Hello everyone, in this TIC car tutorial number 53, following the RLC oscillator, we will talk about how to build a negative resistance as with a negative impedance converter called NIC. We will review the different V and I NIC type as well as the plus and minus inputs linked with the stability conditions. First of all, I will start by the resistor definition and conventions. If we connect the resistor R to a voltage source of impedance Rg, this source will provide a current I flowing in the resistance R and creating the voltage V across R. In other terms, the resistor is a load absorbing current. By definition, a negative resistance minus R with the same voltage V across will have the current flowing to the source voltage Vs, see the red arrow, means to get the same voltage V, if R is negative, current is in the opposite direction. But on top, we can also use the black current direction, I, so the voltage V will be equal to minus R times minus I, because minus I is in opposite direction than black I. To generate the current I noted in red, flowing in the voltage source Vs to create the voltage V, it is necessary to supply a resistor R with a voltage source V and connect this resistor to the source impedance Rg of Vs. The red area is equivalent to a negative resistance minus R. So, in fact, if we supply a resistor R with a voltage source of 2V and this resistor R is connected to the source impedance Rg of Vs, the red area is equivalent to a negative resistance minus R. The actual circuit to provide the 2V source voltage can be realized with an operational amplifier. The amplifier forces both inputs with the same voltage V. The output voltage of the amplifier will then be 2V. The RC resistor between the output and the inverting input will have a voltage V and will be attached with the source impedance Rg of Vs. The red area is equivalent to a negative resistor minus R. This schematic is called a negative impedance converter because it creates a negative impedance equal to Rc times R over R. But we will see that there are 4 different types of negative impedance converter with 2 different stability conditions. The definition of a negative resistance Rc is shown in the red box, where current I flows into the source voltage Vs and creates voltage V across Rc. As we showed on the previous slide, to create a negative resistance with a positive resistance, we simply reverse the current flow. So if we bias a positive Rc between a source voltage of 2V and the voltage source Vs, we will send a current into the source Vs in the form of the negative resistance. To realize this schematic with an operational amplifier, we have 2 possibilities, one with a source voltage connected to the non-inverting input and the other connected to the inverting input. But both schematics have the resistor Rc floating between the output and the input of the operational amplifier. 2 other schematics exist with a resistor Rc connected to ground, with the source voltage connected to the non-inverting input and the other connected to the inverting input. The voltage V is across Rc, so VR equal R over Rc times V. Since VR is applied across the other resistor R connected to the source voltage input, the red current is VR over R. If we replace VR, we will get the red current I equal V over Rc. To analyze the stability condition, we calculate the error voltage epsilon equal to V plus minus V minus. Then we write the expression of V plus and V minus. For V minus, we use the theorem of superposition. After that, we organize epsilon voltage versus of V out and V in. We can see that plus RG-R1 and minus RG-R1 can be cancelled. Then we will get epsilon voltage with two functions, F and G, respectively function of V out and V in. The block diagram of those two functions is shown, and we see that the function G is a feedback, which means the function must be negative. So R3 times R1 minus Rg times R2 must be negative. We come to the conclusion that Rg must be greater than R3 times R1 divided by R2. We do the same calculation for the second schematic, where the source voltage Vs is connected to the non-inverting input. We arrived at the stability condition that Rg R2 minus R3 R1 must be negative, so Rg R2 smaller than R3 times R1. This gives the stability condition Rg smaller than R3 times R1 divided by R2. From the left schematic, since Rg must be larger, it can be a very high impedance like an open or infinite circuit. From the right schematic, since Rg must be lower, it can be a very low impedance like a short circuit. Now we will review the I and V NIC type. I is because the I NIC has a current gain Ki with the relation I2 equal Ki I1. V is because the V NIC has a voltage gain Kv with a relation V2 equal Kv times V1. For I NIC, V1 and V2 are equal, and for V NIC, I1 and I2 are equal. These are the main relations for I and V type of NIC. Now we will calculate the unique input impedance defined by Rin equal V1 over I1. As V1 equal V2, VR1 equal minus VR2. So R1 times I1 equal minus R2 times I2. From this relation, we find the gain Ki because I2 equal minus R1 over R2 times I1. So Ki equal minus R1 over R2. Now in the Ri relation, we replace V1 by V2, then we replace I1 versus I2. As Rc equal V2 over I2, we can write the input resistance Ri equal to minus R1 over R2 times Rc. Now we will calculate the VNIC input impedance defined by Ri equal V1 over I1. As V2 equal V1 minus V out, if we replace V out by a relation with V1, we will get V2 equal minus R2 over R1 times V1. From this relation, we find the gain Kv because V2 equal minus R2 over R1 V1, so Kv equal minus R2 over R1. Now, in the Ri relation, we replace V1 by the relation versus V2. Then, as I1 equal I2, we can replace I1 by I2. As Rc equal V2 over I2, we can write Ri equal minus R1 over R2 times Rc. So, both different schematics give the same negative input impedance. But there are two other schematics of INIC and VNIC with the input on the inverting input called INIC minus and VNIC minus. The others are called INIC plus and VNIC plus. Here we are doing the focus on the NIC minus type. The schematic with 3 resistors is equivalent to a negative resistor minus R. The NIC symbol is shown below with a K factor. The NIC connected to the resistor RC is equivalent to a negative resistor on input 1. So the NIC symbol does not include the converted resistor RC. VNIC and INIC are simply an op-amp and 2 resistors. So you can see the INIC and VNIC in the blue rectangle with their 2 R1 and R2 in different places. The VNIC schematic can be reshaped to highlight the direct connection between pin 1 and 2 of the symbol and the fact that obviously I1 equal I2 as shown in the main relation of the VNIC. The INIC schematic can be reshaped to highlight the fact that V1 and V2 are both connected to the INIC common ground. VNIC and INIC have the same input negative resistance, but if the input is connected with a non-inverting op-amp input, plus, the stability condition is Rg lower than R1 divided by R2 times Rc. This means that Rg can be a short as shown. But if the input is connected with the inverting op-amp input, minus, the stability condition is Rg bigger than R1 over R2 times Rc. This means that Rg can have an infinite value means open as shown. So the NIC plus fit perfectly with the parallel RLC oscillator because the coil provides a DC short. In the opposite case, the NIC minus fit perfectly with the serial RLC because the capacitor provides an open DC. I want to thank you for your attention. On my next Thierry Sicard tutorial number 54, we will see how the negative impedance converter can be used to do a gyrator function, which means inverting an impedance to do, for example, an inductor with a capacitor. So, see you soon and stay tuned.